What's going on, everyone? It's Greg, and I am here today with Dekaron G, a new MMO that was released on October 18th. It is play and earn on the WeMix platform. So, it's established. It is cross-platform, PC, Android, iOS. And guys, today I just want to thank them real quick for sponsoring this video. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what it is and some of the main key features. So in Dekaron G, there are 4 primary classes / weapons. And so you have the whip, the one-handed sword, the bow, and the staff. So mage, archer, and then you got 2 melee classes, one with the whip, one with the sword. I think the whip is kind of unique. I think that's pretty cool in this game. I really like that. Now, on top of all these classes, you have Trans Up. Trans Up basically is going to refine your class into more of a profession, and they're going to boost your stats in different ways depending on what you choose. Now, the game is flexible. If you choose one, you are able to play other classes throughout the game, but similar to other games, you may use more resources trying to accomplish that. So, I mean, in my opinion, I like to try to focus on one class, and I did pick the archer class because everyone knows I like those ranged classes. So, I am an archer level 41. Currently on NA1 server. Now, when you're starting out in Dekaron G, I do recommend that you follow along with all the tutorials, including all the little missions you get here on the side that turn blue. Make sure you pay attention because you cannot actually go back and reread these. So if you when you get these, make sure you read them, understand what you need to do, and that way you can accomplish the task. Otherwise, you're gonna have to search online for it. Dekaron has a pretty vast world, nice set of maps here. They do go in like an order in terms of the strength and level you need to be for the maps. And while you can't see the levels of the monsters directly, there is a nice guide online, and I'll show that in a little bit, where you can see the different levels and things like that, and to help you progress in the game. The online guide that they have put out is excellent. Now, the game does have some very cool auto features, and it is just not as simple as you may think. I know a lot of people like to shy away from auto, but I believe the auto feature on here is very well used. And the game still requires, a decent amount of skill and attention to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is you can only hold 1,200 potions, so you have to take very careful consideration as to where you're going to AFK, because you might run out of potions. You gotta make sure you don't run out of like arrows if you're using archer. You gotta make sure you don't run out of your material for the mage if you're using a mage. So all those things are really, little details you gotta pay attention to, which gives the game some challenge. Now, in addition to following the tutorial requests or quests that are in blue, you also want to make sure you're doing your main quest in orange and progressing that as much as possible. That will also give you the really big XP boost. So, like I said, the game does some auto. If I click on this, it will go there. But, you'll get to the point where these are too hard. You need to stay back a little bit and level up, get stronger before you continue on that. Now, in terms of being able to AFK and things like that, like I said, you need to pick and choose your places wisely. Now, like right here, it's not necessarily the best place for me right now, but I'm on Southern Deneve, and this is kind of like my best place to just straight up auto on monsters. If I hit the auto here, you can see I will pretty much take out most of the mobs before they even come near me. So it's a good way to AFK. You can use this power feature over here to just go ahead and do the power saving mode, which of course works well on the mobile devices. And this, of course, gives you a summary of what you're doing, what your XP is, and all that good stuff. In terms of the look and feel of the game, definitely has a very nice look. Gives me kind of like a, not really classic, but kind of like more of a Viking type feel. And the camera angle is fixed, but you can use WASD to move, and of course you get a little joystick on the touchscreen. You also have a joystick here on PC. And if you change the camera, it's just really more of a zoom than anything else, and how much you want to see. But like I said, the angle is fixed, more of a top-down view, and looking in that direction. I also like the quest system. Now, there are different scrolls you can get each day based on what you accomplish in your guild. and also for some deal, which is the currency. And these contracts are very good to go ahead and farm up some materials or blessings or skill books, equipment, etc. Do these to get those items, and what happens is on here you can choose between 5 items, but it is random, so you can get some really good stuff here, but it is random. And I kind of like that feature because it does give you the opportunity to get those good things, whereas if they were just giving you a choice or just giving you something, you probably wouldn't be as good. But here you have the chance to get, you know, something great. Not great if it comes to farming, like you want a certain material. Like I really didn't want these gems right now, I really wish I could get more steel, but it is what it is. Now, before we go too much further in the game, let's talk a little bit about the play and earn system and the economy of the game. As you can see here on this chart, we have Wemix coin, Wemix credit, which most of us are familiar with. If you're not, Wemix is a very established platform for cryptocurrency within games, and it has been doing really well, especially with Mir4. And so a lot of people have that experience here. But essentially, between Wemix coin and Wemix credit, Wemix coin you can get out on the open market and trade out on the open market. Wemix credit is what you use within the app to get the various currencies and things for other games, purchase NFTs, things like that. So the currency specific to Dekaron G is going to be INCAR. So that's going to be the coin you can trade back and forth with the crystals, and the crystals can help make your character even stronger, help you to farm this stuff even faster. So it's kind of a really good way to balance the economy. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, man, like I've been watching the value of INCAR, and it's one of the very few coins that has actually been progressing pretty well given the start of the game. A lot of times you see things tank a little bit as the game starts and as people start farming, but so far I've seen a pretty consistent rise and a lot of stability within the INCAR coin. And so I believe that has to do with how they incorporated its uses. So unlike some other games where you have to use the crystals or whatever they are in the other games with some other material, or you know, there's other things you have to do, spend with it. Here, the crystals actually just have value straight themselves. You can just use them straight up to power up your character, and we'll show you a little bit about that a little bit later. So of course you want to know, how do I farm this stuff? How do I, you know, be able to make these coins myself? Well, that's another great thing about this game, and something I really like. There are literally so many ways to be able to earn the crystals and therefore be able to create the coins. So as you can see here, you have Gift of Blessings shop. So there's INCAR's Blessing, which can be acquired through monster hunting, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Dismantling and destroying items will give you the crystals. Miseria's Domain, which is one of the special dungeons, will give you the ores, which you can use to create or get crystals. Then there are field bosses, which you will need to get some, you know, group of people together to take those out, but you can earn crystals from those as well. Level and combat power rankings, so the rankings within the game will help you earn crystals. And then rifts are pretty cool. I'll show you one in a little bit. And essentially there are special monsters that come out of those, and as you kill them, they will drop the crystals as well. And then the guide quest, you can use some quests. You can do quests to get rewards as well, which will include those crystals. So many ways to earn crystals within the game, so many ways to farm them. It's just, you know, win-win situation there. So much better than a lot of other games. It's kind of a bit harder to farm up the materials, or there's like one specific activity you need to do, like mining or something. Here, you have multiple ways to do it. Now, in terms of the uses of the crystals, the Gift of Blessing shop is a shop where you can buy items with the crystals. There's the unlock system, which grants specific stats to equipment, and a temper system, which grants new stats to equipment. I'll show that in a little bit. And then the Meister system, that is the overall system, which just gives you raw power to your character. And I'll show you that as well. But the last thing I want to show you on INCAR and the cryptocurrency is you want to hit level 40 in the game. Once you hit level 40 in the game, you're able to process the tokens, smelt them, all that good stuff. And you actually need to go to an NPC. So if we go back here to the town, I'll show you guys that NPC. So in the towns here, you have the INCAR token exchange ticket. And here is where you can see that you need at least 500,000 crystals to be able to cast an INCAR token at the time. The casting fee right now is one token for 424,000. That changes any moment, just based on the ecosystem. And so that's how you can create a token. And then right now, when you melt a token, you will get 200,000 of the crystals. And as you can see here, I do have my little bonus here from the blessing. That's where that comes into play. And of course, now to link your wallet, make sure you link your wallet to the game. You're gonna press this little button right here, and as you can see, you can get your QR code. And per usual, you go into your WeMix app, or now it's now called the Play app, and from there you can scan your QR code. Once you approve that through the app, you'll then confirm that, hey, you want to link this WeMix to this account. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, and it's going to link my WeMix account. And so now I can take or create tokens or get tokens back out to my wallet. Let's go ahead and run through some of these features real quick. Well, that involve the crystals. So right here you can see the blessing, and the blessing is, again, you just straight up use your crystals for this. Under the menu, Meister, this is how you enhance that. So on here, you'll use your crystals directly. So that is where a lot of that value comes from. And this will pump up your blessing. And from there, you'll get additional crystals from smelting and also bonus experience. And of course, there's other effects here like bonus deal, accumulation gain, mass HP. So as you can see here, there's a lot of benefits to leveling this up. Now, I told you that there was a dungeon. This is the special dungeon here. You can get, I believe, 2 hours per day, or you have to watch the reset time. And when the time resets, your time remaining will reset. You get 2 hours at a time. You go in here and you can farm those monsters to earn the ore. So I come in here to the exchange center. I can show you that here you can use the ore, and I'm going to hide my webcam very quickly for this. If you look at the ore right here, you can see you mine up 1,000 and you can get a bag of 18,000 crystals. And this is a shop where you can spend your crystals to get other items as well. Now, when it comes to your items and equipment, you can do upgrades. There's a multiple upgrade system to kind of just let you go a little bit faster here if you want to try multiple things at once. There are safe levels for some gear, and it does vary depending on the gear. Like most of the gear is safe to +5. I believe accessories is not safe at all. But as you can see here, I did upgrade all my stuff to +5 just to give me that extra boost. And you can use these upgrade agates, and there are better ones that you can get, which will give you better odds in upgrading. So, keep all that in mind. Then tempering. So this is another spot where you use your crystals. So you can put your item in here and use one of these items, and you can use your crystals to temper that item, and it will tell you what it will unlock if it is successful. Then there's unlocking, which uses these ancient crystals as well as your crystals here, and those will unlock the potential of your weapon, which is usually, or your item, which is usually listed on the details of the item. Then there's dismantling. Like I said, you will get crystals if you dismantle. And then if you do break something by accident, you do have a way to recover it. I'm not sure exactly what items show up here. Maybe it could be because this one was upgraded. I'm not sure. But, there is a way to recover those things. Just as is the same system for experience and lost items. You do lose items in here, but you can recover them with some crystals. So it's definitely user friendly, and most of the XP store, all the XP restores I've done so far have been free, so that is pretty cool as well. You also need to keep up with your stats depending on what class you are. I'm an archer, so I've been putting some into dexterity and some into agility. Given the stats that they give, like some key things I found in this game that are very important are accuracy, as well as MP regeneration and attack speed. So I've been upgrading my agility for attack speed, but also been doing some dexterity for the accuracy as well, and then of course gives you crit and power. So some games you can focus on more on agility, but here I believe you want a little bit of a distribution for the archer class. Another big feature of the game is the premium shop, and this is where you have summons and things like that, and we'll show you the trans up and the pets in a minute. But here you can do some key investments. And I will say, if you are going to invest in the game long term, you would want to get the omnipotent essence. This will give you additional movement speed, attack speed, cast speed, MP recovery. And I'm going to tell you so much. MP recovery is so important to be able to use your skills. And it does take some tweaks and stuff to make sure you get your timing just right. But you can stay tuned. I'll probably pull out some guides on that soon. And then, of course, another great thing here, if you want to invest in something, is going to be INCAR's Grace. It is going to give you additional stats as well. It's going to give you an XP boost. Additional deal will be required, like when you are farming, which 50% is a pretty huge boost. 20% XP is a great boost, and then the blessing points, you'll get an additional 30% on your blessing points for your INCAR's blessing. So definitely a very good value if you're going to invest in something. Summons, you have summons for trans up and summons for pets. I'll show you those in a minute. And then we have the additional items on here. There's so much on here. You can purchase with deal or your other credits that are that you earn throughout the game. It's not all about just spending money. There are definitely a lot of things you can do here. So let's talk real quick on trans up and pets. They are the two like basically gotcha things within the game. And as you can see here, you can actually end up summoning any class on the trans up. And like I said, you could decide to use a different class, but you're gonna have to invest in the additional gear and all that good stuff. So not something I would do personally, but hey, if it's what you want to do, that's your prerogative. So as you can see here, I do have some rares and some commons or uncommons, and I got some commons as well. So you got quite a few things. You got over 100 or about 100 different combinations you can go for like different unique looks. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, another important piece of this is fusion. I'll probably come up with a more advanced guide on this, but you can get additional stats from doing these fusions. So make sure you start with your uncommon, do your fusions. As you can see here, I have unlocked all the stats on here now, and I am working on the uncommon. I still have some more stats to unlock. There's just so many different ways to earn stats in the game and increase your character strength. One more thing with pets, you have the same rarities. Right now, best thing I have is uncommon. But you have the fusion as well, which will also give you additional stats. See here, great ways to get stats. In addition to that is the collections. It's like a codex type thing. You want to register any extra items you get in here first before selling or dismantling, because all these little stats will add up as you collect them. So you definitely want to work on the collection. And then yet another crazy feature of the game is the research. And research happens as you are killing mobs. You'll get these little items that drop, you open them, and they'll give you points. And then here under progress, you will have these points up here that you can spend throughout both attack and defense, which again, another way to get some additional stats. Now I talked about the dungeon for getting the crystals. You get the ore to get the crystals. The first one is level 30, but it is kind of, you know, it's decently hard, so you make sure you're strong enough to do this. And on top of that, there are other dungeons and things you can do as well. If you come through here, just click on the dungeon and the magnifying glass, you can see what kind of things you might be able to find there and what you can farm there. So keep that in mind. It does give you recommended levels. And remember, like I said, you can check the guide online to find out more about the monster levels on the different maps. So one key thing here, as we're looking at this here, you can see these common, conflict, safe. So as you can imagine, in the safe zone, there's no PvP. In common zone, there's going to be PvP with a penalty. And then in conflict, it's going to be, you know, similar to other games. You're mining and something that's usually on a conflict type map. Some of them have a little bit of safe zone. But here you can PvP, which is another big part of the game. As you PvP, and as they bring out more things in the game, or you level up to unlock more features, there are cross-server PvP opportunities. If you look at the ranks now, you can see that they are cross-server as well within the same region. So there's just so much to do in the game. I could go on and on and on. Guys, I'll bring out some guides and stuff and share more with you as we move along the way. Alright, so I know you guys now are ready to hop in the game and get playing, and watch out for my videos that will be coming. But the developers did give me a little something to give you guys a jump start. We have a coupon code, and I'll just show you real quick how to enter that. So if you go into settings, info, there is a register coupon button. Go here, and you're going to put in Beard Energy Gaming, all caps, no spaces, confirm, and it should go to your mail, I believe, or your inventory. Let's see. No, it went to the mail, I think. So you check your mail here and get these things from the coupon reward. Get some tome fragments, get a deal supply box, some upgraded agates. So go ahead, use that coupon code, get your items, and get going in the game. If you guys have any questions, make sure you let me know down in the comments, and I'll see what kind of videos we can get going. Now, last thing we want to go is just to make sure you guys understand how to get in the game. If we go back to the website and we go to main page here, you can see here you can go ahead and download it on the App Store, the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, or you can download the PC version. Once you install the PC version, you launch the game from the launcher, and I'm going to show you guys how to log in. So when you launch the game, you will get a screen like this to go ahead and sign in with an account. Very straightforward here. And then I'm gonna click to sign in with Google. It's gonna open a separate page depending on what you're on. If I'm on my computer, it's gonna open the browser, and it's gonna be a little something there just to go ahead and click your Google account that you want to log in with. Again, use whichever account you want. Log in. It's gonna sign in, as you can see here. When we come back to the launcher, it's gonna log you straight in, and then you're good to go. Make sure you pick your server. Again, I'm on NA US 1.1, and there you go. So guys, go ahead, hop up in the game, join me on this adventure. You're welcome to join my server if you want to. Make sure you check out all the links in the description. Make sure you put that coupon code in. In the links, you can find the Discord, you can find the Facebook, the YouTube. Go ahead and check all those out. Then once you're in game, make sure you come back, hit the comments, let me know that you checked the game out, let me know that that coupon worked out for you, and let me know any questions you guys have. Guys, thank you for tuning in. As usual, make sure you hit that like button, y'all subscribe, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. I'll catch you in the next video.